Info pages are a bit newer than man pages. They're common with utilities that were created through the GNU Foundation, such as a lot of the core utilities, including the ls command and the bash shell itself. When I did a man on the ls command, and I jumped to the end with a capital G and looked at the C also, one of the things that I found out in the man page for ls was that I could get full documentation maintained through these text info manuals, and I was given the exact command that I could use, info core utils, and specifically the ls invocation, in order to look at the info pages. Like the man pages, info pages have their own info page for documentation. So if I say info, I find out about how to use the info pages. One of the things that I get across the top is the file that I'm in is info.info. They specify something called a node. Info pages have a hierarchy. So there's a next, an up, a down, previous, those types of capabilities, similar to navigating websites for documentation, but through its own command line utility. Info, again, is part of the GNU project, and much of the information on programs that come out of that project are best documented through the info pages themselves. For some of the navigation, I can use the arrow keys to scroll down and to browse. I can use page up and page down as well. In most info pages, I will also get some sort of a menu with links to additional pages. I can jump to these links with the tab key. Tab key will drop me down to one of these other entries in the menu. With my cursor on the Getting Started, when I press Enter, I'll be taken to the Getting Started node of this info page, or branch, or subsection. Across the top now it says that my file, I'm still in info.info, but for the node I'm on Getting Started, and the next node is Advanced, the previous is Top, and going up is to Top. So for example, if I go to P Previous, this is where my introduction was, and the Tab key takes me down to the menus. They were Getting Started, Advanced, Expert Info, and Index. When I go to Getting Started, the next is the Advanced. An N key will take me to the next node. A P will take me to the previous node, and a U will take me up a node. So simply the first letter of what's in those menus for next, previous, and up will take me to those particular entries. Here, looking at the advanced information for info text, one of the things that I discover is how to search for text. And again, this is a link, I can tell by the asterisk, so when I press Enter, I get specific information about how to search in info pages. It's the S command. So if I hit S at the bottom of my screen, I'll get a prompt where I could put in some type of a search string. For instance, next, and it will jump me to that particular location. Next goes to the next node. S searches within a particular page. Q quits out of info. If I say info without any arguments, I get taken to the very top of the hierarchy. My menus include a list of various commands that I can learn more information about through info pages, whether they're CPIO, tar commands, basics such as core utilities. Core utilities might include formatting file contents, summarizing files, and there's a list of many of these to the right on each of these. So directory listings include ls, and there's ls invocation. It's a part of the tree. Instead of navigating here through the different menus, I could have come here directly by asking for info and core utils, ls invocation, just as the man page for ls had indicated for where I could go for further information. I could also simply say info ls and get to information about ls in general, and either scrolling or with tab to get to the menu options, I could find out different things that I can do with the ls command itself. There's also a lot of information in info pages on bash, which is the shell that provides the features and the shell prompt that we are using. Things like, what is an introduction to the shell? What are their features? Or perhaps I can search here for history and find out that the history command is a part of this as well. I can repeat the search simply with the slash. It already has history in my memory, and it will take me to the next instances. I could further read about info pages and find additional shortcuts for getting to the next instance of things as well. So again, the basics for using the info command are to say info space and whatever command it is that you're looking for more information about, such as the info pages themselves. At the top, it will describe the hierarchy that's used within the info pages. Arrows, page up and page down, will help you browse through things, and the tab key will jump to menus or links to additional nodes within those info pages. The enter key will take you to those nodes, and the Q key will quit out of the info pages.